What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Friday. Welcome to a new episode of Unspoken Truth Podcast. I'm your host, Tanise. I think I'm going to change it up a little bit, better known as Truthfully T. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. If you're a return guest and viewer, I appreciate you. Keep on supporting me. Tonight's topic is bare minimum. I got a guess. I mean, boy, this conversation could go in so many different directions, but let's discuss it. Buddy, what's up, man? What it do?
How you doing today? How you doing? How you doing this evening?
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
All right.
Well, let's get a
Come with the topic.
when I do episodes like this that's on a specific topic, I like to give out a definition first, because some people's definition of certain things may be different than what we actually discussing. So I feel like that gives the conversation a base, and it also helps us stay on track with the topic. Okay, so now bare minimum. I don't tend to use other platforms. I have Google, but Perplexity is a very good one when you researching certain things. But I use Google for the definition. Okay, so bare minimum, the smallest amount of effort, resources, actions necessary to satisfy a requirement, goal, or basic expectation. That's the definition that it gave me. Okay. Um, we we sort of was having a conversation today, and we was just talking about, you was asking me, when do you know when to cut somebody off? Okay. So I was like, when you start realizing that you're doing certain things and it's not being reciprocated. And so that's how we kind of stumbled upon this topic today. So I just wanted to, give some direction on how we got there. Because obviously our conversation was supposed to be something else, but that's okay. We're going to make sure we still push that interview out. Um, Again, bare minimum. Your question to me was, how do you know when to cut somebody off? And so I would assume you talking about on a relationship level, right? Or do you feel like there is a list of bare minimums even when it comes to friends or family? Do you feel like those criteria is the same?
It's more about relationship and friendships. Family, you kind of like when you stuck with them a little bit. They still gonna come to Thanksgiving. So you still got to see these motherfuckers.
Welcome.
You don't got to see old friends. You don't got to see old friends. You ain't got to see old partners.
Okay.
Family a little different. Kind of stuck with them a little bit.
Okay. So you basically, let's narrow it down, because we could talk about both. But let's stick to one first. When you asked the question, you were specifically talking about relationships, right?
Yeah.
And you asked, when do you know when to cut somebody off? And I started rambling off all this stuff. When you start, for example, overplaying your part. When you start feeling like you showing up more than the other person. I mean, I just started listing all this stuff, and somehow bare minimum popped out. So that's why that's tonight's topic, because you said, well, what you mean by that? And I was like, whew, I'm so glad you asked. So I came up with a list, and I want us
to... bare minimum is different.
Okay, so tell me from a man's perspective, what do you consider the bare minimum when it comes to a woman? Let's just break it down.
Well, Most people think the bare minimum is shit you're supposed to do as an adult. You're supposed to have a car. You're an adult. You're supposed to have a job. You're an adult. You're supposed to have your own spot. You are an adult. So that's not a bare minimum. That's being grown. That's being an adult. That's not a bare minimum.
Well, come on here and talk your shit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. The other thing you're supposed to have as an adult. People confuse adult and bare minimum. So if you're talking to a person who's not an adult, how can you have a bare minimum? Because so you talking, you want to raise a kid, a grown kid.
Well,
you can't be old. You don't have necessities.
And so
bare minimums are something according to somebody, and doing certain things. It is bare minimum with that. Now that's different. That's not being a regular adult. That's something you're trying to do. You have to do to provide for a person you're interested in, or something like that. But most people get bare minimum wrong. They're like, you gotta have a car drive. Like, what? Shit, don't you got that at 18?
But wait, because I'm so glad that you brought that up. Because again, when you said that to me, what was my response? Because that's you telling from a man's perspective. Now let me say from a woman's perspective. And so maybe we are part of the percentage of people who got what you're supposed to be doing as an adult confused with bare minimum. Maybe that's us as women. Because I made a list, right? We talked about some of the stuff on this list. And one of the things on the list that I said, I can be honest, I ain't got a lot to kick it. I said, I'm gonna need a man to have a job. And your response was, wait, what? And I said to you, there is entirely way too many people out here dating and they don't have the bare minimum. Now, we just having a conversation amongst ourselves. But it's what I've seen to either encounter or see somebody else going through. Why? Why is dating even a priority for you if you don't have the basics? Because that's what you're saying. People are getting the basics for an adult confused with the bare minimum. Okay? So that way it's clear. This ain't about us breaking nobody down, tearing nobody down. That's what it is. The basics you're saying is you supposed to be doing. Having a car, having a job, having your own place. Like those are the basics. But when you start talking about the bare minimum, I think that ties into the question that you originally asked. How do you know when to leave somebody alone? If you gonna keep putting in, okay, let's use how you deposit money into a bank. If you're gonna keep putting in and never getting nothing out, eventually what's gonna happen? You're gonna be like, somewhere I'm getting played. Because I've been putting all this stuff in, money, okay? But we just using that as an analogy. We talking about time, energy, effort when you talking about a relationship with somebody. Some people would say that's part of a bare minimum. Be willing to communicate. I think that should be at the top of the list of bare minimum. Why? Because it's too many people that don't know how to say how they feel. Okay? And the reason I'm saying that is because it's something that I struggled with for a long time. I knew what needed to be said. I could say it to myself, but I didn't know how to be vocal with other people by saying, hey, listen, this is how I feel. And we talked about it. The definition said expectations. I've already spoken on that multiple times. I don't like to give people expectations. Why? Because that leads to disappointment, letdown, and heartbreak. Most times. Not all the time, but most times. That's what you're going to experience when you setting expectations for people. Because again, I said when you set expectations for people, you allow them to create a mask that they usually wear to make you believe they somebody they not. And then when the mask come off, now you like, now how in the world. And this is the woman thing. I'm sorry, women. I just got to tell the truth. This is something that we struggle with as women. Some of us. Not all women, but some of us. We tell too much. This is why expectations shouldn't even be a part of the equation. But that's what's going to happen when you set expectations. Because now
that's what you're supposed to. See, that's the bare minimum. That's the bare minimum. You're not gonna know what the bare minimum of the person is if you don't have a conversation to expose themselves. Say, for instance, you say, "Well, my favorite color is red." Okay, favorite color is red. Favorite color is red. You might go to the spot, a bare minimum, according to somebody. Now, don't take much out today. You've been around one time like that. I think she got some red ass gloves. Buy the gloves. That's a bare minimum move. It's just showing something. I pay attention to you talking about the bare minimum. Pay attention. Listen. Pay attention. It's so hard for you to pay. They want to over talk and listen what they got going on. Nobody pays attention to what nobody's saying about the other person.
That's
so I don't know.
And let me tell you why that is.
But I ain't paying attention.
Let me tell you why that is. It's because most people spend less time talking physically with other people now because we got social media and all these different platforms, the internet and this and that. People are spending less time actually engaging with each other in real life. So what happens is when they actually come across somebody that they can actually have a conversation with, they spend most of the conversation talking about themselves. It's just a human thing. And you would have to actually catch yourself to understand what I'm saying. That's why ain't nobody listening. Because you didn't spend so much time holding all this stuff in that now you done ran across somebody that you actually can vibe with and ride the same frequency with, and you done spent the whole conversation talking about yourself. You ain't let them get nothing in. They ain't been able to tell you nothing. They've been listening. Maybe that's part of a bare minimum. Being able to listen. Because not everybody is listening to understand. Some people is listening to respond. I don't care what you say and how you say it. I'm only listening to what you got to say because I got some type of comeback.
That's why you're supposed to listen. If you do come back, you need to have a comeback that means something. Just to get your opinion off, it's not listening. You listen. You just want your opinion already made up. No matter what I can say, I can't change your mind. So you ain't gonna listen. You might be like, I'm gonna be quiet. Yeah, you're gonna be quiet just to wait till your turn to say, not hear nothing the motherfucker said, and go straight to your opinion again, and not realize like, okay, I like to see things from both sides. Because I have a strong opinion about things, but I also look at it from both sides. So I can be like, I can see how they coming from with that, and I can see where I'm coming from with it. So you gotta
that's because at some point, but that's because at some point you realize that the other person's perspective was important too. Do you get what I'm saying? You don't have to like it. You ain't gotta agree with it. But damn it, can they say how they feel? Okay.
Well, you only got so many times. That's where the cutoff comes from.
So
you actually get cut off.
So
that's where the cutoff comes.
So let's move on.
I'm not about to argue with somebody about their opinion.
Well, some people. Well, I want to make sure we cover that because I'm trying to go in like chronological order on where I feel like these things fit. Okay, from 1 to 10, because I got 10 different things on this paper, and at least one of them then been eliminated because you say that's not part of the bare minimum requirements. That's the basics. So we can move that out of this category and put it over there with the basics. I'm going to say after communication, or maybe it should have been first, emotional intelligence. Why? Because it's too many people that don't know how to hold a basic conversation. So now if you can't respect my mind like the same way you want me to respect yours, then what we doing? Where are we going with this? Conversation or otherwise? Where are we going? Because I'm gonna say this is going nowhere. I think I'm a pretty biased person, a pretty down to earth person.
I don't think the rules change.
You said you don't think the rules change?
The rules ever changed since beginning of time.
Okay.
No, women like men that communicate. I don't think you can go back to England, wherever they come to. It's always a man. It says a smooth operator. Oh, he's a player. Every woman wants a man that can talk, communicate. It ain't never changed. They've been doing this since before we was born. They were doing it before they was born. Every woman wants somebody to communicate. And you worried about the wrong things. Communication, that might be number one on the list, because if I can't talk to you, what the fuck am I doing here? That makes sense, because now I can't even say something simple like, well, green peppers were like $2 a day. You like, what's a green pepper?
Yeah, but the flip side of that, yes, okay. we might want a man that communicates, but then there's a flip side to that, because then you have slicksters. My mom called them slick talkers, men that be talking so fast and so much, you better watch them. Okay, that could be considered a red flag to some. Yeah, absolutely. Problematic writer. Hello, welcome. I mean, yeah, I agree with that. I just don't want it to ever come across like, because we talked about this, you know how I feel. We had these discussions. I feel like the reason why gender wars was created is for people to argue back and forth about points that matter across the board. Okay.
We're gonna have different things.
But we human.
Men and women, we're gonna have those type of things you don't agree with. But just because you don't agree don't mean you can't listen, you can't articulate it the way they come from different sides. So the wars come because, again, one person, they listen, like you said, they're only listening to respond. They're not listening to actually have a conversation.
A healthy dialogue.
Because now with so much, all you gotta do is type your social media.
Yeah.
So once you put a text out, you don't feel like answering the back, don't answer back. So you can't talk. Be texting. I don't do texts that often because
I can't. You know why I'm opposed to texting? I'm opposed to texting because you can't tell nobody's tone. You can't tell nobody's tone or their context through a text. I don't know how you meant to say it. I don't know what you really meant as opposed to how I translated it. I don't know. So if we can't have a conversation where we actually hear each other's voices, that's gonna be a no for me. I ain't texting all day long.
But that's on the list there.
Okay, well let's put
that's
it on.
Very minimum. I don't be doing all that goddamn texting. Now, I'll text back and forth a little regular nice little things, but overall conversation, I do old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way. Let me talk on the old-fashioned way. Either I see you face to face, or we over in the line. Because you can text a motherfucker, they pissed. Get them on the phone. First thing they do when you disagree with them, they lose it. They hang the fucking phone up. And they know after they hang the phone up, they text you. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Because let me tell you something. This is what I discovered. There is a 50-50 split with the phone nowadays. And it might be even more. It might be 75-25. I don't know. But the percentage of people who prefer to text versus have a healthy conversation over the phone are the people who are socially awkward. Period. If you can't just say, hey, how you doing? I just wanted to see, check in on you, see how you was doing, and see if, maybe perhaps, in the near future we can hang out or hook up or whatever it is. If you can't say that without having to be Twitter fingers, you need to grow up. That's just you need to grow. Well, what online created. That's what online created.
They kick you out.
The ability,
they out, or they can't talk.
Yeah, but that's what online social media. That's what it created. The ability for you to be able to not have to engage in real life. Because that's what I feel like texting do. That's you being like, I don't really want to talk to you for real. Now that's just my opinion. Okay, so moving on. You said a big one, and this is probably gonna sting to a few people, but you said accountability should be on the list as bare minimum. But hold up, I need to contest this. This is something that everybody struggle with. That's why the world is in the state it's in right now. So I don't feel like this could be on the list, because that's like saying all people got common sense. They don't. So I don't feel like that's accountability is something that
be accountable for your time.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. People don't feel like if you people don't feel like if you spend time with them that shit mean nothing. I'm telling you, it's like it's time. That shit don't matter. Motherfucker, that shit matter on the highest level of all levels. Why? Because I can't get that back. I can't get it back. So to know that you don't even care that you didn't wasted my time, I'm already sorry. But this is why I said don't set expectations for people. Let them be exactly who they think they is. Let them. Yep. So you can see what you need to see, so you can move accordingly. That's why that need to happen.
But I said accountable because, like, you say, well, I meant to be here. I supposed to be here at 7. I mean 8. Motherfucker be like, what you tripping off for? Well, I was up here a whole hour, so I mean, it ain't accountable for me just sitting up this motherfucker, waiting on doing around. Like, okay, so I know going forward, if something goes, you're gonna automatically just say, oh, it's going off. So that's on the list of some shit. I'd be like, well, I can't really fuck with them motherfuckers.
I can respect that.
I see how you know, once you start the process, you can't start nothing. You don't let nobody start nothing you can't finish. Let the kids start sleeping in the bed, they're gonna stay in bed. We go to work late every day, you're gonna be late for work every goddamn day. Once you make something happen and keep letting it happen, it will
for real.
Matters in this shit.
Yeah.
So you have to be accountable for it. And with motherfuckers like that, my bad, man. I'm supposed to have been over here. I could have been over here, TZ, man, my bad. Or if you're gonna be late, make sure you say, hey, I'm running like this. Don't act like this. Don't that shit off.
Give me a courtesy.
Yeah,
but give me a courtesy is what you're saying. I respect that. I do. Because it aligns with time.
You gotta be able
to, I can't get that back.
My bad. I was tripping.
Yeah, after you done wasted it, I can't get that back.
You don't notice that shit? I'm like, so she ain't gonna.
This is a basic.
You did it once, and I let you slide the first time. You do it again.
Okay, so stability is on my list, but I feel like that falls in the lane of basics, because you said there is at least 3 things that an adult should already have going for themselves before they actually get out here and try to engage or have something with anybody else. And you said that's a place to stay, a car, and a job. You said those are the basics. And I quickly quickly hit you with, it's a whole bunch of adult kids out here. Is what I told you. I told you it's a whole bunch of adult kids out here. Like I appear to be an adult on the outside, but my movement and my choices and my decisions scream I'm immature. And I have yet to grow up and learn and grow. And I mean, it's been about 2 or 3 years since I did an episode on sexually active bums. But I feel like that's relevant in this conversation too. If we gonna talk about bare minimum, because if you lacking the bare minimum, but you still out here searching for something from somebody, that's a problem for me as an adult.
Well, why not? Because I mean, women give them the options. Women give the bums the options. So why would you not take advantage of your bum status? If women gonna keep giving men access to be bums, why would not be the bum? You want to change their mind?
So you saying that only women let men be bums? Y'all don't let these bras be bums too, or them the bras that y'all try to stay away from?
Most guys won't speak on it. When you see a bum motherfucker, most guys won't speak.
Well, I want to talk about it. It's some well dressed ass bum females out here. It is. I ain't got a lot of kicking.
Hey man, I don't care.
So what I'm saying is, do you feel like that's a one-way street? Do you feel like it's only us who is allowing these men to be bums and not even do the bare minimum, and it's no men out here that's allowing the same? Because it's a whole era of people out here. Yeah, it's a whole era of people out here like, I don't care what he do, long as he come home. Long as I can say I got somebody.
I mean, as long as you give me some pussy, I guess.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Hey, as long as I get some pussy,
that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no. Shit like that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no.
Like I told you, I'm big on
certain things. Who doing that?
A lot of things that bother me with bare minimum.
But who doing that in real life? Like in real time, who doing that? Like, okay, for instance, we are.
Unfortunately, the women are doing that now because y'all pick the bums.
Hell no.
How many bums you met since you've been single?
A lot.
You met a lot of bums, right?
Yeah. Before I could speak on
again. You ain't talking no more. Guess what they did? They want to talk to another bum. They want to talk to a bum bitch who accepted it. So they're not with you.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to dilute or water down my standards because of your circumstance. That's not how this shit about to go. No, I will rather not have nobody than for me to settle. Because that's what you're doing. You one of them people, as long as I can say I got somebody. I'm not that broad, man. I'm not that broad. No. I'm okay with telling somebody that I'm single. And the crazy part is it's a stigma and a stereotype around decent looking women being single. Well, it must be something wrong with you. No, it ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm selective about my shit now. That don't translate to nothing wrong with me. I'm selective. Why would I keep allowing somebody to play games with me when I already know what I deserve? Me, for myself. Not what somebody told me. No, what I know I deserve for myself. So why in the world would you think I'm a settle? Based off of
because a lot of people date their type.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. So that would fall up. Well, let's talk about it. Wait a minute. You said it's because people keep dating their type. Please, Lord, I'm so glad. Talk through me tonight. Hey, listen. Your type is why you fucked up to begin with. If you knew what was best for you, listen, if people, and I'm including myself, if we knew what was good for us, when you say our type, we wouldn't have made so many fucking mistakes. We don't know. Your preference is why you keep on, man, this is why you keep on attracting people that don't like you and you don't like them. Because you stuck on your preference. Your preference ain't got you what your end goal was, and that was for you to have a healthy, safe, secure relationship. You have yet to do that. How is it possible that every dude you come across, they fumbled, or they don't meet the requirements, or they can't rise to your standards, or whatever the reason is? Why do you bypass them? How does that continue to happen? I'm sitting here telling you how it happened. Your preference.
I tell you why, because they're not securing themselves.
Your preference.
I never met a woman. I could see she not be my type. I'd be like, damn, I really don't match with this type of woman, but she can blow my mind mentally on some conversation. And I'm fucking with an individual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't get into a feeling myself that I say, well, I can't do it no more. I don't want it because they ain't my type. I'll figure something out. I can make, because I might not be perfectly her type.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to figure that little part out right there.
But ain't no such thing as no perfect.
People like, oh man, she BBW, she's too skinny, this and that. Like, nigga, don't worry about all that shit. What the fucking, listen, it's gonna be there. Niggas been doing it for years, like I said. Niggas been dating, everybody in their 40s right now. He been having sex and been dating for 30-something years. So how's that worked out? Your type worked out for 30 years. How's your type worked out for 30 years?
It ain't worked out. This is why we in our 40s talking about how rough it is to date now. It never worked. That was my whole point. The preferences that we set for ourselves, it never worked. It never worked. And if it did, it was only supposed to work for a particular time. It had an expiration and an end date on it. And I'm talking from experience. I'm not just saying that to just be saying it. No, I'm talking from experience. You not who you was 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? You not. At least I hope you ain't. But some people may be stagnant and stuck at a particular place in their life, and it's hard for them to get past that or over that.
Yeah, I think most 40-year-old males are. I think anybody grew up in the 2000s, those guys pretty much stuck in a way. I think a lot of those guys are pretty much stuck. I'm giving a specific date, not the 90s niggas, not the 80s niggas, not the 2010 niggas. The 2000 niggas is the ones that's got to hold on to these dumbass memories about what they were doing and how it was doing, and they can't let it go. They can't let it go. And it's like, dog, you about to be fucking 50,
I ain't gonna front. It's the man older than that.
You're not the nigga no more.
It's the man older than that. I ain't gonna lie. It's the man that's 50, 60 years old now. Still talking about what they was doing when they was 20 and 30 years old. And I'm just telling you, like, no, for real.
Diamond in the back.
No, for real.
I don't care about the diamond in the back.
That's some rooftop.
I saw that diamond in the back shit.
Okay, all right. Mm-hmm. So you mentioned a person need to be a man or woman of their word. I thought this was important because so many people, it's like that's a lost art. You basically saying just do what you said you was gonna do. And if you can't be vocal about you not being able to. But if you tell me something that you're going to do, this is what I'm expecting. But do you get why I keep saying don't set expectations for people, regardless to what the fuck they tell you? Because when they don't follow through, now you left with disappointment because you was maybe looking forward to whatever it is they was talking about they was going to do. You literally was looking forward to it. Yeah.
If I need a ride, I drive my car. Hey man, you free today? Like, hey man, I just need you to drop me up and take me my car. You like, yeah, I got you on Friday. I told you this on Sunday. Now Friday come, you like, oh no, I can't do it. I gotta go visit my girlfriend. I'm like, okay, so you just go, okay. So you're not standing on what you're supposed to stand on. I'm not asking for no money. It could be as simple as a ride or pickup or like anything simple as that.
But let me ask you this. This is why I said I don't feel like accountability could be on this list, because that's like saying that everybody is okay. Because one of my things is consideration. I think that will fall under what you're saying. People is not necessarily going to be considerate about you when their intentions wasn't for you to begin with. I'm only here because you let me. Maybe you a convenience. Or I'm only here because I'm trying to cipher your energy. Or I'm only here because I lack resources, but you got them all. So let me, stay close to you so I can get what I can. This is why I feel like intentions maybe need to be on the list. You need to figure out what somebody's intentions is. Because ain't no sense of you waiting 5-6 months later to start asking stuff. No, this stuff you need to be asking off the bat. What's your intentions? Because whatever you about to tell me with regards to that, that's gonna stick with me throughout the connection. And when I see that what you told me then don't add up with what you showing me now, this is where the breakdown come from. That right there is one of the reasons why, or one of the reasons for you to leave somebody alone. Because you playing in my face. See, we grown. People is grown. You got something in the front of your brain called a vortex, which means you comprehend right from wrong, and you absolutely know when you on some bullshit. So ain't no sense to nobody's feeling bad when somebody do something to you or do wrong by you when they know what they're doing. So just go ahead and let them do it so you can deal or no deal. I'm going to keep telling people that game wasn't made famous for nothing. It was really made for you to use to apply to your life. What in the world is you sticking around somebody for after they done told you or showed you repeatedly that they ain't for you? But you punishing yourself. Why are you doing that? Why? It don't make sense to me. I mean, I'm just saying, but not everybody is going to consider your feelings, especially if they not around for the right reasons. Why do I care about your feelings or what you think? I'm not here for that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I'm only concerned with the reasons why I'm here. Okay. My daughter suggested that we talk about mindset. She said that she believes that that's something that should be on this list. Mindset. So I said, what you mean? She said,
as far as what?
If a person can't think on a certain level, then they ain't gonna be for you anyway. The way they think, she said.
But you know what? A lot of this shit get explained on the first date, and this is why it's very important.
You think so?
A different way than other people.
Do you think that people is actually having? Wait a minute. Do you think that people is actually having these conversations right here on the first date?
Fuck yeah, I'll be on them dates.
Nope.
Like this nigga tripping.
Nope.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, they not. No, they're not.
I don't do restaurants, no movies, none of that weird shit, man.
No.
We go to a location. My first date, I want a location where I can talk to you.
A coffee shop, a tea shop.
You might say some stupid shit at the date.
Yeah, a coffee shop, a tea shop, something like that. Yeah. I respect that.
I don't drink coffee.
I respect that.
Man, come get these wings and this Long Island iced teas. I want you to eat and I want you to get a little buzz to talk. You get the information. So that's why y'all be trying to invite somebody out for drinks. Okay, continue. And now it all comes out. Okay, continue. It was never hidden. It was never hidden.
I think it was.
It's always right there.
I think it was.
They try to hide it. Like,
I think it was.
I'm not doing no.
And that's what I mean by hidden agendas.
Like doing that.
That's exactly what I mean by hidden agendas. You don't know what somebody reason. I didn't say I was trying to take it. I didn't say get drunk and some pussy. I said no, but you got some men out here who that's they whole motion. That's their whole mission.
Man, after the first date.
I'm just saying that's the only reason why I went out with you in the first place. It was nothing more, nothing less. People read it in their own tone. Okay. I wish I would have seen that you said that. Yeah.
We only go out with attractive people. We don't go out with ugly people. Like, you know what I'm doing? I'm gonna go out with ugly people.
I don't know, buddy.
I
don't know. It's different strokes for different folks because I done seen some smacked ass broads out with some fire ass men. You be like, but then I also think that a lot of us women have focused too much on appearance. You could be nice looking and handsome and this and that and be a fucking asshole.
I like this new era. I like this new era.
Your intentions wasn't to make me feel safe. It wasn't to make me feel safe though. It was just to see if I could. This what a lot of these smack niggas be doing. I just want to see if I can get with her, talk to her.
Well, you smack niggas.
Go out with her.
No,
I'm telling you. And I've said in other episodes that I've dated men that I wasn't physically attracted to, just so I could see what type of heart the man might have had, because that's important to me. I'm over the brands and name tags and all this, so I'm over that part of my life. I care about the state of a man's heart. Why is that important? That's important because a lot of stuff that's near and dear to him is going to be directly connected to his heart. His finances, his relationships with the people in his life, family, friends, kids, whatever, is all going to be rooted in his heart, the condition in his heart. Now, I'm not talking about a man that just don't give a fuck. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a man who is secure and emotionally stable and intelligent and comfortable in his skin and actually knows what's required as a man to be a man.
I think as you grow older, you're supposed to get more comfortable. The more you get, the more independent you get. Everybody had confidence from day one, but as you get older, you have some self-doubt about certain things, decisions you made. But as far as you go older, you don't really care about opinions. So your confidence is already be there. It's like, I don't care if she say yes or no. Like, it does not fucking matter. Because I'll say, if I didn't know, I've been living my life on how I've been living this year on this earth. If I just meet this motherfucker today, it's not going to change my life tomorrow. Because I still know this motherfucker. It's not going to affect me. I don't care about your opinion. It's not going to stop me from moving around, moving anyway.
I want to piggyback off of that because I feel like there has been, I'm not sure if it's a trend or it's just people wicked ways, but I see a lot of people, and I'm guilty of this as well, utilizing good people like they a lick or something. You know what I'm saying? Certain people I know in my heart is placed in your life for a specific reason. But if your mindset is distorted about the person and what you can and can't get from them, you've already fucked up why they there in the first place. Because not every person you come across is supposed to resort in some type of intimate relationship or some type of connection on that level. Some people come in your life strictly to help you get through something. Some people show up in your life as just friends. I don't want nothing from you on that level. So you ain't got to worry about me. I know that because I've had friends like that in my life. Yes, when I first met them, they may have thought that was something I was into. But the more we became friends, the more they realized, like, nah, we cool right where we at. You get what I'm saying? Like, ain't no reason to cross that line. But I've also crossed that line before. So now I can understand from both ways. Like, because I told you my view.
That's another show.
Yeah.
Crossing lines is another show.
Yeah.
Crossing lines is another show. Okay,
so you also talked about being able to be present. Or did my daughter bring that up? She was basically saying, like, being present, like actually showing up for the relationship. Because I'm a firm believer, if only one person working to keep stuff going, there is no relationship.
Yeah, that's poopa activity, but I'll tell you, presence is something like this.
Poopa activity is crazy.
I have done this before. I have done this before. So I dated women, and say I'm talking to some women, and she's like, "Well, hey man, it's my grandson's birthday coming. I missed to talk to her weeks. Grandson's birthday come up. I'm gonna drop him off some shit. I'm gonna be present for you to make sure I provide something for the grandson because I heard you talk about it. It could be presence like that. Friendship could be all type of ways, not just everyday talking, not just showing the nighttime, being consistent, coming and get some dick off she getting pussy. A lot of ways to be present besides just physical things.
I love that.
People think everything has to be physical and mystical things. It does not have to be that. This is why it's bare minimum, because it's the simplest things. It's the real small things, like it's real shit like, damn, what the hell? And things you never have to ask for. You don't ask for the bare minimum.
And just because a woman, and I've said this out loud, but I've also seen it displayed. Just because a woman is simple in that respect, meaning she don't care about materialistic stuff and this and this and that. That's not a big thing for her. She's a simple woman. Like you said, it's the little things. Hey, maybe you heard her say like she wish she had the funds to get XYZ. And so you come across a couple extra dollars, you like, well, fuck it. I heard her say she wish she could get it, I'm gonna get it for her. It's no condition on that.
It could be a charge, it could be a phone charge.
Yeah, but it ain't no condition on it, meaning you not expecting nothing in return because you decided to follow through with something you heard them discuss. Like,
well, the return is the best part, because now when you get your return, you're gonna be surprised you get. You might be seeing all that, they say all this, like, I want some ass shit. You never know. You might be like, I just did some dope ass shit 3 weeks ago. Totally forget about it. You might have something coming, like you might spoke on about what you got going on. Let you know, the motherfucker right showing up like, I heard you say you better go to the event. I got these motherfuckers, I got these pants for you. You know what I'm saying? Got these pants for you, like these pants gonna be dope. Put these pants on. Something real simple. It's like, damn, some pants like that. It is fire. I wouldn't have picked them up. I like that shit. Like, I don't care the price tag on the pants. It could be $20 pants, $100 pants. If it's something you're thinking about, I'm fucking with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But you basically saying that there is multiple ways you can be present for somebody. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not always about the physical encounter or you can pop up any type of ways to be present.
I'm sorry that I danced around this, but I put this one on the list. Practice personal hygiene. Oh boy, man.
Yeah, I don't like no stanky ass one.
But you would be surprised how many people would say that there is a separate thing from somebody dressing well and somebody smelling good. When them two things go together, there is no way, boy, put on that Louis Vuitton jogging suit and you ain't washed your ass in a week and see what happens. You better not.
Well,
because I see somehow the people who care about you, the ones who actually say, hey, you probably want, if we about to go out somewhere, you probably want to shower, clean yourself up a little bit before we go. Turns into us being the bullies and the bad guy, the villain in people's story.
Because we too old for anybody to be having to tell you.
Oh. Okay.
Once you get over a certain age,
I'm even. This is why my shit ended there real fast.
Not old age. Wait a minute. So my daughter said we too old for somebody to be having to tell you that. That's what she said. She said ain't no way that nobody should have to tell you like you stink and you need to go shower. Or bathe or whatever it is, and don't you dare stop that sink up and take no whole bath.
And you ain't showered in a week.
And you ain't showered in a week, bro. You better. Yo, I'm just.
The whole goddamn tub. Why would somebody do that with the whole goddamn tub?
You would be surprised, man. People, man. And I only know that because I've been like the neighborhood mom. Like to my kids' friends and just kids in the neighborhood, and you will be surprised. You start to realize that some people just didn't get what you got, and you giving your kids, if that make any sense, with respect to teachings and hygiene. That starts at home. There's no way you 30, 40, 50 years old walking around smelling like earring bags. It just ain't no.
Some people naturally stink a little bit.
I'm sorry.
You know you naturally stinker. You gotta go double time. You gotta go. If you know you nasty stink off some regular shit. You gotta go
nasty stink.
I never been a musty nigga. If I stink, I know I gotta do it double time. Like, hey, shit, I think I might stink. Like, ain't no woman trying to listen, man. Who the fuck about after you leave the house and shit? I gotta change my fucking like if I'm rolling to the spot where you left at, and my nose looking crazy. I'm listen, right? You get that text message in that picture, it's gonna be different. Like, we're not doing this. Hey man, make sure you get the like, what you talking about? Like,
but that's what I'm saying. When you start, and no disrespect to the BBW community, but yeah, when you lose yourself to 400, 500, 600 pounds, dating or trying to get in somebody's bed is the least of your motherfucking priorities, dog. Hey man, stop doing your hand like this and get yourself on a diet and get consistent. Like you don't love yourself. Watch somebody give you some.
I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with the big woman. I'm gonna tell you what happened to the big woman. The big woman do the wrong thing. The big woman, you can't. I understand some quick shit sometimes. The big woman gotta understand
some quick shit.
That goddamn to them.
Well, I'm not here. I'm not here to bash big women because I know some big women, and them being big has nothing to do with the way they take care of themselves. I'm talking about they probably smell better than some skinny bras. Like, yo, what fragrances that you got on? Like, you smell good. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but then you have people, like I said, that don't care and love themselves. And it shows. And so that's why I'm trying to say, like, how did dating or having sex or getting with somebody become a top priority over your health? You what? I thought that should be on the list with basics. That should be on the list with basics.
Ask Martin, come right back.
Okay.
You guys want to do
Oh, I forgot little baby over there. Drew, what's up? Long time no see.
Earring back.
Cuz, what he do, man? How you doing? Love and miss you, man. I'm gonna call you when I get off of here. If you back in town. But yeah, okay, so I got maybe one or two more things on my list. Okay. Standards and boundaries. And my daughter said that should be on the list, the bare minimum list. But then I don't know, because I feel like that shouldn't be on the list, just like accountability shouldn't, because not everybody have the ability to have accountability standards or boundaries. It's a lot of people out here just existing. They ain't got no standards or no boundaries, and that's why they get walked on and mistreated all the time. Because they haven't figured out that's the missing link that's going to help them stop getting walked on, dogged out, and mistreated. Because that's the only way it's going to stop. It's not going to stop no other way. But again, we talking about bare minimum. Meaning that some people is actually just around just so they can only do the bare minimum. They don't wish to do more than that. That's not a thing for them. They don't really care if it develop into nothing else. I'm cool with just the bare minimum. And I think that's sad for both parties, because it's like you're not even gonna give the situation a chance to see what it could possibly be, because you stuck on I'm only gonna do the bare minimum. Let me just say something to all the men that's tuned in tonight, okay? The more that you take the woman out of survival mode, and I'm not talking about expensive gifts and this and that, I'm talking about mindset and emotional safety, okay? The more you take her out of survival mode, the more you gonna get on the back end. See, if you ain't focused on the front end so much, you'll comprehend that you get more from the back end. Now, hustlers and go-getters understand that, because it's no way that you could sow something or start something or plant anything and go right back and dig it up. This is the way of life. It's impossible. What do you have to do? Cultivate hard. You got to nourish to take care of that thing until it's time for the harvest, for you to pick that. Too many of us is out here only willing to do the bare minimum, but expecting the grand scheme.
What's your bare minimum for a nigga? You got a lot of questions. What's your bare minimum for a nigga?
My bare
list? What's your bare minimum?
Well, I mean, I said that stability, but we put that on the list of basics. And that could mean a lot of things. I'm not just talking about a place to stay. I'm talking maybe your mental capacity. Cause it's a whole bunch of nutcases out here. Like, hey,
I tell you this. I take the I don't ask you for loyalty, but I don't care if you talk to me, fuck with somebody. Just let me know what the hell's going on. I need a little bit of respect about that. Let me make my decision.
Yes, because
I've been in a situation.
I think that's what everybody wish they was doing, but they not.
They say they are though.
No, but that's what I'm saying. No, that's the fucking disconnect right there. Ain't nobody being authentic for real. Ain't nobody just putting it all out on the table. What's happening is people is being robbed of their own right to make a decision on whether or not they want to fucking be involved.
Yeah, and I'm seeing what you and somebody else say what you was doing. Like, I went on a date. Like, what you doing? Like, I'm gonna tell you that.
Thank you.
That I'm gonna let you know. Like, it's sure this shit. How about this? You can take over that spot, and I can just cut it off. Or maybe you're not feeling the spot, and I'm fucking with it. I'm single. I can do what I want.
Yeah, but why does that?
I'm committed to your boyfriend.
But why does that seem so simple for men? But when women date multiple men, like y'all date multiple women, then we call sluts, hoes, bitches, and some more shit, runners, and some more shit. But it's all right when y'all doing. No, that's called a fucking. No, that's called a fucking double standard. No, that's called a double standard. Cause what's good for the goose is good for the fucking gander. I don't give a fuck nothing about what's between your legs. That shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Pure, it's not a gray area, man. Can we just at least agree on that? When it comes to the bare minimum, we just talked about 10 different things. We expecting people to.
I'm not your boyfriend. That's the bare minimum. Don't expect that.
Well, I told you it's a difference between dating
if I'm dating you
and courting. Dating and courting is two different things. They not the same. They never been the same. They never going to be the same. Dating is, like I said, I take you out maybe to the movies or dinner or something like that, or for a couple drinks and conversation. Dating. And one of the two people's minds may be, shit, I only went on the date because I was hoping I was going to get some at the end. Courting is, I'm doing things that I know is going to wow the person that I'm trying to court. Meaning, show them that I heard what they said. Meaning, do the things that they didn't even ask me to do. Do you get what I'm saying? That's intention. That's why I said intention got to be on the list. It have to be. It have to be. Because what is your intention? If I know that, then it ain't no reason for me to drag this shit on or for it to go longer than what it need to, because you've already told me. But you know what? I feel like, and this is another one for the women. We don't listen very well because a lot of y'all done already told us what it was. we didn't created whatever scenario in our own mind about the connection and what it could be and what we want it to be and how we want it to go. And y'all done already told us what we need to know. And we gonna ignore and dismiss that shit like we ain't heard nothing. We heard you, we just didn't want to. We just didn't want to.
You gave me a new name. I'm gonna call my name. I'm gonna call myself King of Court now.
King of Court. Okay. Well, look.
Going off your explanation of things. You say what a quarter was. I think I have to say I'm the king of the court then.
Okay. All right. Well, look. Listen. Our conversation was dope as hell. Listen, man, I know that I told people Tuesday that we was gonna have a specific conversation, but I'm really trying to get these two people to be my guests for that specific topic, man, so we can really dive in deep and learn something, because I don't want our conversations about certain stuff to just be conversations. I actually want us to be educated as well. Hopefully somebody got something from tonight's conversation. If you missed it, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram, my Facebook. All of that is, you can find on my profile. Okay. I appreciate y'all, man. Everybody that came through, commented, kicked it with me, told somebody. Keep showing up every week for me. I fuck with y'all the long way, man. Make sure y'all meet me back here on Tuesday at 11 a.m. for a new mini episode of Unspoken Truth Podcast. Until then, I'm your host, Tanise. I love y'all. Y'all be careful. It's still cold.
Appreciate you.
Jessica, what you got going on?